In this video, I'm going to be ranking every single card in the All-Star set from worst all the way to best in NBA 2K23. My team, I do believe there is 24 cards, 22 Galaxy Opals, and then the 2 Dark Matters. Like I said, I'll be ranking them from the worst, who I do think is Damian Lillard, all the way up to the best, who you guys will see later in the video. But Damian Lillard, I do believe, is probably the worst card out of the All-Stars. He's a point guard shooting guard, 6'2", with a 6'7" wingspan. I mean, this card just really isn't that much better than this Galaxy Opal Dame, and if you guys have used this card before, he is just not that great of a point guard. His dribble sigs just really aren't amazing. Like, he just moves terrible for a point guard, has terrible movement, jump shot is pretty good, and doesn't even have the normal leaner. So for me, I think Damian Lillard gonna be the worst All-Star card. And the next card here is gonna be Kyrie Irving, who once again, I don't think is too great at the point guard spot. I think you could honestly flip-flop him and Dame if you wanted to, but for me, I think Kyrie's got a better jump shot, and I think he's got way better dribble sigs. So offensively, I would take a guy like Kyrie over Damian Lillard. And then on the defensive end, I mean, they're pretty much the same. They're not going to be very good defenders. So I think they're similar point guards in the sense, but I do think Kyrie Irving is going to be a slightly better than a guy like Damian Lillard. Now, coming in at the number 22 spot is actually going to be Galaxy Julius Randle. I don't think he's really that great of a power forward. He's only 6'8" with a 7-foot wingspan. I mean, his stats are well-rounded, so I think he still gives you more value than those like shorter point guards in Kyrie and Dame. But like, I just don't think this Julius Randle card is that amazing, to be honest. Like, his jump shot, I haven't used yet, so I'm not exactly sure what it looks like. He does have the MJ dribble style and the Kobe escapes. I mean, all around, I think Julius Randle probably the third worst All-Star card. Next one is going to be another power forward, and that's going to be Galaxy Lauri Markkanen. He's a 7-foot power forward with a 7'4" wingspan, but his stats are really average, and honestly maybe even below average, especially for a Galaxy Opal card. Like, you can see, only 84 speed, 84 acceleration. His highest defensive stat that matters is like an 85, block, 85 interior defense. He only does have an 80 driving dunk, 80 standing dunk. So for me, I think this card might be decently all around, because he is a 7-foot power forward with a solid jump shot and amazing Hall of Fame shooting badges. But overall, I really don't think he's that great. I think he's probably going to be one of the worst All-Star cards. Next card here is going to be Sabonis, and very similar to a guy like Lauri Markkanen, I just don't think his stats are really that amazing. Like, yes, he's probably got a decent jump shot. He's got a 93 ball, 90 mid-range. He can shoot, the ball, obviously having Hall of Fame catch and shoot. Claymore, defensively, he's going to be a lot better than a guy like Lauri. So I would personally take Sabonis over Lauri Markkanen, but I don't think either of these All-Star cards are really going to be that amazing. Next one here is going to be DeMar DeRozan, and I think he's probably our first actual, good All-Star card. Like, I think he's actually very usable in game. He's a 6'7" shooting guard with a 6'9" wingspan. And all around, his stats are really good. Like, he's got a 97 driving dunk, 97 vertical. Obviously, DeMar going to be really good at going to the rim. And then he's got a 94 speed, 94 acceleration. Jump shot, I think, is pretty good on DeMar. And then also has some decent dribble sigs. So I think DeMar DeRozan is our first actual usable All-Star card. Next card here, though, is going to be Tyrese Halliburton, who I have seen in game and watched JC's gameplays and a couple other people and just seen him in game. I think he's an okay point guard. Like, he's really nothing crazy like I thought he would be. He's a 6'5" guard with a 6'9" wingspan. For me, I just personally don't like using his jump shot, and I think for a point guard, I don't think his sigs are really that great. Like, he doesn't have a good size up, he doesn't have a good escape. All he's really got is the MJ dribble style. Defensively, he's going to be not a liability because he is 6'5", but there's so many good All-Star cards that I don't think I can put Tyrese higher pretty much than where he's at right now, because my next All-Star card is Bam Adebayo, where actually, you know what? I'm going to throw Tyrese over Bam. I do think Tyrese is probably a little bit better of a card, because this Bam card, I mean, yes, he's good on the defensive end. Like, he's got a 92 block, 95 interior defense, 90 steal, 90 perimeter, but he's only got his jump shot on normal timing, and obviously doesn't have any good dribble sigs, any good sigs, or the normal leaner. So I think Tyrese Halliburton probably actually a little bit better of a card. I think Bam's solid. Like, he's still a nice power forward. He plays really good defense, but I don't think there's that big of a difference compared to his, ice version, the 97 overall Opal. So I'm gonna put Tyrese over Bam. I think Bam is, still better at the power forward spot than Sabonis and Lauri Markkanen. I think I also moved DeMar over Bam as well. I just don't think Bam's really that great. He's a little bit better than Sabonis and Lauri Markkanen, but I would definitely take DeMar and Tyrese over a guy like Bam Adebayo. And the next card here, I think, is actually a really good power forward, and that is going to be Triple J, Jaren Jackson Jr. He's a power forward center, 6'11" with a 7'4" wingspan, and this card is such a good defender. He's basically just a better version of Bam, where he's got a faster jump shot, a better jump shot in my opinion. He's also a much better defender. He's taller, has a longer wingspan. Like, overall is kind of just what I wanted Bam to be. Like, he's just a better power forward than a guy like Bam. So Jaren Jackson Jr. going to be somewhere kind of in that middle range. A very good all-star card, I would say. Next one here is going to be Donovan Mitchell. And as much as I like using D-Mitch, I mean, I guess I could throw him a little bit higher. Like, I didn't really know where to put D-Mitch because he's 6'1" at point guard. He's just really not going to be that great. Like, I just don't know. Do I have him over Steph Curry? They're both kind of in my middle tier. Like, who's better at point guard? Because Curry now has an 85 driving dunk, 99 three ball. Like, I think Curry, honestly, you know, this Galaxy Opal Curry with quick drops off one, he's got such a good dunk package. Obviously, Curry with an amazing jump shot, 99 three ball, amazing sigs. I think this Opal Curry might actually be a better overall card than Donovan Mitchell because his defensive stats are also a lot better as well. So I think Curry going to be a little bit better than D-Mitch, and they're both kind of in that middle range. Very decent point guards. Next one here is also going to be a point guard, and that's going to be Galaxy Opal Ja Morant. He's a point guard shooting guard, 6'3" with a 6'7" wingspan. I just don't think I can put Curry over a guy like Ja just because Ja's rim running ability is so much better than a guy like Curry's. I mean, he's so good at going to the rim. He's got a great jump shot. And defensively, I would say he's a little bit better than Curry as well on the defensive side of things. Curry obviously has a better jump shot and a way higher three ball, more shooting badges, but I think Ja Morant, for the meta of the game, able to get to the basket, he's still one of the best rim running point guards in the game. I would say Ja Morant is slightly better than a guy like Curry and D-Mitch. Next one here is going to be Shea, who honestly, I still think Shea is a really good card, but there's not really that big of a difference between Diamond Shea and his Galaxy Opal. Like, they're very good cards, but I just don't really notice that big of a difference. Like, if they really wanted to make him crazy, like, they should have gave him a good size up or a good escape. You know, he doesn't have the normal leaner either. Like, his offensive stats are good, but like only 89 three ball, 85 driving dunk. They didn't really give him any amazing Hall of Fame shooting badges. Like, very similar card, which is a little bit weird. Very similar card to his diamond. So I don't think Shea's really that great, but like, I don't think like he's as good as he could have been, but obviously still a very good point guard. But I do think Jrue Holiday is actually slightly better than a guy like Shea because he's only 1 inch smaller. Wingspan wise, yeah, there's like 3-4 inches there, but Jrue is a much better defender than Shea. He's got a 98 steal, 98 lateral quickness, 98 perimeter, also having a 93 interior defense and an 85 block. So Jrue is a much better defender than Shea. And also jump shot wise, I think he might have a better jump shot. I think that's up for debate. I think Shea's probably easier to green, but you could make an argument that Jrue does have the better release, and he's also got way better dribble sigs and the normal leaner as well. So I think for the defense he provides you, he's actually got better shooting badges than Shea. I think Jrue Holiday is a little bit better than a guy. I think Jrue Holiday is a little bit better of a point guard than a guy like Shea. And then another really good card here, kind of getting into like the top 10. I believe this is around the top 10 all-star cards. Jaylen Brown is a very good shooting guard. He's 6'6" with a 6'11" wingspan and just super well-rounded. Like, there's really no flaws with this card. Like, he's got a 94 three ball, 95 mid-range, 95 speed, 95 acceleration. Very good defender all around. He can go to the rim. He's got Hall of Fame corner specialist, limitless range, clamp breaker, quick first step, and tons of Hall of Fame defensive badges. So can't really complain with Jaylen Brown. Very solid all-around shooting guard. Jump shot wise might be a little bit slow, but actually very easy to green. Got that on quick timing and the MJ dribble style as well. So for me, I think Jaylen Brown gonna be somewhere in that top 10 range. Next all-star card is gonna be Luka Doncic, and what I will say is he is definitely the biggest kind of wild card and dark horse. Like, I haven't used this card in game, so I can't make my full, like, you know, not prediction, but I can't make my full like breakdown on the card because it really comes down to how is that jump shot on very quick. If you guys don't know, he's got his jump shot on very quick timing, and if you guys also don't know, his jump shot is super slow this year. Like, the pink diamond only had his release on normal, and it was a really slow jump shot. But now that it's on very quick, how is that going to look on Luka? Like I said, haven't seen this card in game, haven't seen that jump shot. But I do think if that jump shot's really good, he could be a lot higher. So I'm kind of being a little bit conservative because I'm not sure what that jump shot looks like in game. Is it super fast? Because if it is, he's a 6'7" point guard, has a really quick jump shot, and obviously going to be a really good 3 hunter. So for me, kind of didn't really know where to put Luka Doncic. Like, Paul George, I think is slightly better because he's a 6'9" small forward with a 6'11" wingspan. And I just think all around is probably a better card than Luka Doncic. But like I said, if that jump shot on very quick for Luka is actually super fast, then he could be better than a guy like Paul George. But for me, I think PG, a very good all-around small forward. And the only flaw with his other Galaxy Opal was the fact that his jump shot was on normal timing. So now that he's got it on quick, his jump shot is going to be a lot faster. And that's really the only flaw with the card. Like, his stats were really good on the Galaxy Opal before, but now he's got his jump shot on quick. So Paul George, still a very good small forward. I do think Embiid is probably a little bit better. I think he's a really good center. He is 7 foot with a 7'5" wingspan. He can also play power forward as well, even though I do think his better position is probably at center just because of his player build, and he's such a good defender, especially on the interior. And now he does also have his jump shot on quick timing compared to his pink diamond where it was on normal. And the next card here is going to be Kevin Durant, and once again, kind of like Luka Doncic, haven't seen his jump shot on quick timing, so if his release is a lot better, then he could be higher on this list. Just for me, I think Tatum is slightly better at the small forward spot, and I think they're very similar small forwards. Like, you guys can actually let me know, who do you think's a better card between Jason Tatum and Kevin Durant? I do think Tatum's got the better jump shot. Defensively, I would probably also give it maybe slightly to Tatum, but I think that's a very close debate. And then going to the rim, I think Tatum is a lot better than KD. Maybe not a lot better, but a decent amount better going to the rim than KD. He's got Hall of Fame limitless takeoff, posterizer. So I do think Tatum is going to be slightly better at the small forward position. And then he's actually top 5. He's the 5th best all-star card in my opinion. So the number 4 here is going to be Galaxy Zion, another small forward. And I do think he's better than Tatum and KD because stats-wise, I mean, he's probably more well-rounded than those guys, and he's also got a better jump shot in my opinion, and way better dribble sigs. Like, he's got the MJ dribble style and the Steve Francis size up. That makes such a difference, you know, when we're comparing guys to Tatum and KD, who really don't have that good of size ups. And also the main flaw with Zion's other opal was the fact that his stamina was really low. Like, if you look at his stamina, I mean, the stat says 90 and the stamina is the same on this card, but I've heard that the stamina is better. I'm not exactly sure on that, but overall, I think Zion is probably the 4th best all-star card. And then the best Galaxy Opal from the all-stars, surprisingly enough, I never thought I would say this, is actually, I do believe, Nikola Jokic. I think he's such a good power forward. I've seen him in game and I actually have used him. He is an absolute bucket, man. Like, Jokic is really, really good. I honestly believe he is the best Galaxy Opal and the 3rd best all-star card. And then coming in on my number 2 spot, these are obviously going to be the 2 Dark Matters. I think the LeBron and Giannis debate is really up to, you know, your preference, who you like to use. I do think LeBron, I might be a little bit biased because I am a LeBron fan. I love using LeBron cards, but honestly, he's got a better jump shot than Giannis. He's got way better dribble sigs. I mean, you can make an argument for who's the better defender. Probably goes to Giannis because of the wingspan and the player model, but I think LeBron's a better offensive card than Giannis. And then defensively, like I said, I think it's kind of a toss-up. So you guys let me know in the comment section down below, who do you guys think is the best all-star card between Giannis and LeBron? But let me know what you guys think about my list, my kind of ranking. Let me know what you guys think about it in the comment section down below, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace.